is the Big O Show. This 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 is...
There's just one place to get our lowest payment on the new 2025 Acura Integra. $289 a month. It's the Season of Performance event at Acura of Pembroke Pines. #1 in the USA.
When presenting an award to an employee, athlete, executive, or fantasy GM, make sure you call Orvieto's Awards and More. For 35 years, these custom award specialists have been providing plaques, trophies, custom framing, while providing state-of-the-art laser and computerized engraving, UV printing, and glass crystal etching. They do all their engraving and printing in-house for quality control. Call Charles at 305-949-8098 or visit them at orvietosawards.com. Orvieto's Awards and More, where recognition is rewarding.
For over 16 years, EJDconstruction.com has provided South Florida residents quality craftsmanship, accurate project management, and exceptional service. That's why EJDconstruction.com is an A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. When you're looking for the right custom home builder for additions or home remodeling, please call my friend Eric at 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
There's just one place to get our lowest payment on the new 2025 Acura RDX. $399 a month. It's the Season of Performance event at Acura of Pembroke Pines. #1 in the USA.
Oh, great. You have a doorbell camera. Now you have a front row seat to your house getting robbed.
They're breaking into my house!
Ooh, there goes the TV. I'm sure it'll turn up at the pawn shop.
No, not the TV!
Just because you can see them, that doesn't mean you can stop them.
With Slogans, you get 24-hour monitoring, a free home security system, and professional installation.
Plus, free doorbell camera, one that'll actually work for you.
Get out of my house! Get out of the house!
Call 1-800-ALARM-ME.
When it comes to your smile, confidence is so important. At Moody S Dental, they provide the services to get your smile back. This family-run practice prides itself by offering the latest technology to give your family the best experience possible. Moody S Dental has been in business for over 30 years with offices in Hialeah and Plantation. They accept most major dental insurances. They provide free new patient exams, 20% off select treatments. To qualify, please follow us on Instagram at moodys.dental. Moody S Dental has been in business for over 30 years. To schedule an appointment in Hialeah, call 305-821-0231 and Plantation 954-692-6825. From Invisaligns, dental implants, same-day crowns, and the preventative care and preservation to get your smile back. Go to moodysdental.com to find out more and tell them Big O sent you.
friends, Romans, and countrymen. Epic deals await you at Toyota of Hollywood. You don't have to battle to get discounts of up to $4,500. Your chariot awaits. A Toyota Corolla, not $24,000, $19,988. Step into our arena where everyone is victorious at the #1 volume Toyota dealer, Toyota of Hollywood, on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
It starts every morning before the sun comes up. Projects are laid out. Plans are made. Equipment is fueled and loaded with inventory to handle all service requests. Orders are given to an army of skilled landscape maintenance professionals, certified arbor trimmers, irrigation technicians, and licensed pest management experts who fan out to communities and businesses all over South Florida. Experienced, on time, and dependable. Our staff is fully trained, licensed, and insured. Contact us by phone, email, social media, or through our website to answer all your landscape questions. We are Cutter's Edge. Total Landscape Solutions.
After 40 years, the Big Cheese Miami is still producing great Italian food. They started in 1984. Since then, they've been winning awards while being voted the best inexpensive Italian restaurant in Miami. Visit them for great food, amazing service. Witness the decades of Cane's memories. The walls are like a Miami Hurricanes Hall of Fame. The Big Cheese delivers anything on its menu or party platter menu to your home, office, or even a park for a picnic. Located at 8080 Southwest 67th Avenue, Miami. Call 305-662-6855. TheBigCheeseMiami.com, where they serve large portions at family prices.
Before you buy or lease a Honda, Volkswagen, Hyundai, or any other model, compare Subaru, rated #1 in safety at Subaru of Pembroke Pines. Buy with 0.9% financing, 0 down. Forester with symmetrical all-wheel drive, $259 a month. Crosstrek with symmetrical all-wheel drive, $239 a month. During the Subaru A Lot to Love event at Subaru of Pembroke Pines, South Florida's #1 volume Subaru retailer.
Welcome to Caneswear. New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
If you're looking to take your home or business to the next level, then RM Contractors can assist you. RM specializes in new residential turnkey, new commercial turnkey, home and office remodeling. Call them for free estimates. Serving all of South Florida, licensed and insured. Call Ray, 305-345-3649. You work hard to create the perfect atmosphere. You dream it, we'll build it. RM Contractors, 305-345-3649. Or Instagram at RMC Fisher Island.
Hi, this is Jeff Welt from Welt & Rayom. Dan and I have been in business together for over 22 years. We're not your typical lawyers. When Dan's not working in the office, he's flying his stunt plane. When I'm not in the office, I'm either getting tattooed, bowling, riding a motorcycle, or going to concerts. We might not be your typical attorneys, but we are aggressive attorneys, and we'll do whatever it takes to get you what you deserve. Consultations are always free. Call us anytime, 24/7.
Welt & Rayom can help.
There's just one place to get our lowest payment on the new 2024 Acura ZDX, $299 a month. It's the Season of Performance event at Acura of Pembroke Pines, #1 in the USA.
The viewpoint, statements, or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyXS.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website. Miami Dolphins fans, time to rock out. with another Dolphins pregame show. Big O and the boys are ready to give you the latest information, injury news, gambling insight as we get ready for kickoff. The pregame show is brought to you by Welton Rayom, Toyota of Hollywood, Acura of Pembroke Pines, Hialeah Park Casino, RM Contractors. The broadcast is mastered by executive producer Sean Stanley. Here's your host, the Big O, Orlando Alzugari.
Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome aboard. It's a brand new season. We finally made it. We are looking forward to it. We got our inactives to start off. Jalen Wright is inactive. Quinn Ewers is the third quarterback. Ethan Bonner is inactive. Kendall Lamb is inactive. Darren Waller, well, he's useless. He's not just inactive, he's useless. Ask his ex-wife, ask his former rapping career, and ask the first go-around with the NFL. Anyway, and then Taj Washington and Zeke Biggers is also. So no Taj. The Kendall Lamb thing. At least it's not James Daniels, right? So that's the good news. James Daniels is not on that list. That is the real, bright spot out of all of it, because he did suffer a foot injury this week leading up to the game. And then we're all worried, hey, is he going to be inactive, or they're going to have a backup there, whatever, all that. Eichenberg is not here yet either. Not that Eichenberg is going to make you sleep well at night, okay? But that's the good news, okay? Like the Kendall Lamb one is okay, you heard in depth there. Darren Waller's not really a surprise. We can have fun with it and all that. But the good news, actually, if you want to look at this, I don't like not having Jalen Wright and all that, but the good news is actually that James Daniels is not there. And we all know, man, you need the 5 best linemen out there. It's one of those things that I talked about where I'd like to get to 3 seconds to throw the ball. You work when you practice in the NFL, you practice under a 2.8 second clock. And so you got to get rid of the ball, make a decision under 2.8 seconds. Ryan Tannehill needed 4.8 seconds. You know what I mean? But that's a whole different conversation. So Tua he doesn't even have 2.8 seconds. He has 2. And he's lived like that throughout his entire career because he hasn't had a real offensive line. So it's nice if they can get 5 guys to give him 3 seconds. If you could give Tua that extra second, half second, 3/4 second, you're dead. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to give him time to go through all his progressions and do everything. If you're under 2 seconds, you think about it. Snap 1, 2, you can't go. I love when people, whoa, you can't go through all. He doesn't have time. Just doesn't have time. So the James Daniels news is actually really good that he's not on that inactive list. So that's the way I would look at this, the whole Darren Waller thing or whatever. Kendall Lamb, sucks not to have the extra depth, overall. That's the one that really hurts. But James Daniels not being on there, I think that's big. And let's hope he can play and play well. We all know that we need to see one hell of a performance, from the offensive line. Anyway, good morning to you all out there. Let's hope everything works out for the boys. Remember, you can please hit the like button. We've already got 117 watching, only 40 likes. So please smash the hell out of the like button. That's a way you can support us. You can also make a donation to the show, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo. We'll be back, of course, for our post-game show. Chris Perkins and David Furones will be joining us. So we'll have 2 guys straight from the locker room and giving us a breakdown on everything going on after the game. And then, of course, I'll give you my thoughts And hopefully we'll be talking about a victory. That would be nice. Greg Sashi, thank you, sir. Appreciate the love on Venmo. He just simply puts fins up. But thank you, sir. It's a great way of supporting us. You can send in a super chat, which we appreciate it, but damn, YouTube takes away 30%. So that's why we always mention constantly Cash App or Venmo. And you can even make a Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, or Solana donation too on Venmo. But we always mention that because we get 100% of the donation. That's better for Sean and myself. You know what I'm saying? 100% is better than 70%. That's why we mention Cash App and Venmo. So thank you, Greg, for making the donation, the love on Venmo. We appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we shall see. Colts, by the way, still favored by 1. It's been like that the entire week. There was a moment when they named Daniel Jones the starter, went to 1.5, and I took it. I'm an idiot. I know the Dolphins disappoint us all the damn time, but I took plus 1.5 Dolphins, and I took the money line. I like the Dolphins today. Could I be wrong? Oh, God, yes. I mean, I thought they were going to beat the Colts last year. You know what I mean? And this is where, when we get into this game, you and I don't want groundhog. Right? We want to avoid a groundhog year where our head coach can't win a challenge. His team has pre-snap penalties. He doesn't stick to the run, whatever. You guys know. I don't have to repeat this shit every goddamn day and every week. All the things that we've seen, can we do that? Can they block? Can they give to a clean pocket? Can the front 7 dominate? Because the front 7 for that defense must dominate. Must dominate. They cannot give, not just Daniel Jones, they cannot give any quarterback. It's their job now to do 2 seconds. That it's the job of the front 7 to do what you've been doing to Tua, not the front 7, but everybody else's front 7 has been doing to Tua for 4 years. 2 seconds. Isn't that an interesting theme? Isn't that? The front 7 for the Miami Dolphins must do to teams what teams have been doing to Tua Tagovailoa for the last 5 years, because it happened under Flo too. All 5 years under Flo and McDaniel. Constant pressure. 2 seconds. You never have an offensive line that can give them 3. It's kind of weird, huh? And that's where the front 7, because the secondary is not expected to be good. Okay, it's not that I want to be negative about it. You all know there's no talent back there outside of Minka, and that poor guy's head is going to be on a swivel all season long. Think about Minka's job right now. Minka really doesn't know who he can trust. He doesn't right now. He can't trust anybody. So like I've mentioned on the show, he's got to play Kelly Leak from the Bears, and he's got to be covering everything. Right field, right center, left center, and center. He's got to play Kelly Leak. But then eventually he hopes that whether it's Rasul or somebody else, becomes a better corner that he can okay, well, he's going to be all right. I can lean a little bit more to the right here and help out on this side and cheat a little bit. And then that helps your defense too, because your front 7 is going to get to people. But poor Minka, he can't do that right now. You know what I mean? This is a really difficult job for Minka. Okay? Really difficult job for Minka, because he really doesn't know what he has around him in that secondary. So that front 7, baby, you better be ready to go. You guys better be ready to rock. You better be pressuring all the time. And it just can't only be the pass rushers. Sealer and Grant and Phillips and company, they need to crash that pocket. You need to crash that pocket and pop the quarterback out into the pass rush. You got to do stuff like that. And so we're going to need that. We're going to need that in a big time way against a mediocre team, by the way. This is not a good team. That's the scary part, that you're a underdog. Technically the home team gets 3 points. So Vegas is kind of looking at that. The Dolphins are kind of even with them, but they're not very good. And by the way, tons of people are picking Indianapolis. I feel dumber every day that I pick the Dolphins. But then again, I'm stuck. It's who I was born like this. I can't do anything about it. I will die like this. I was born like this. I'm a Dolphins fan. But I'll tell you when stuff is bad, but I don't know why I think they should win today. I don't know why. And maybe in the postgame I'll be, ranting and raving and really pissed off. But it's just somehow or another, I think they should win today. Let's see how things are handled. We're all intrigued because we just don't know what to expect. It's scary, isn't it? It sucks. Like we're going into the Panthers season like feeling really good about the Florida Panthers. Right now with the Canes, the way they're built, you kind of feel better about it, Kind of like hiring Welton Rayom. Actually, Jeff Welt and I were hanging out together last night. We were at the Michael Schenker concert, and he had never seen Jared Jeffries, right? Something like that. Anyways, and so I don't know why I'm getting tongue-tied with that. So he was freaking out with Jared. Jared was jamming. He is just absolutely freaking awesome. You can see some of the videos, by the way, on our feed there at Big O Show from last night. But Welton Rayom, proud sponsors of our program. Two lawyers that are amazing. Welts, well, he's a rocker like I am. He loves music. He loves the Canes. So he was at the Canes game. Then he was rocking. Big Dolphins fan, so he's watching right now. Well, Daniel Rayom, he's a stunt pilot. So we're talking about two fearless dudes. When they walk into a courtroom, they crush the competition, and that's what you need defending you. 954-966-4646, bankruptcy, homeowner property damage, condo damage, criminal defense, business owner claims, commercial litigation, personal injury. And listen, if you don't need them now, that's cool. But save the number on your cell phone because you may need them one day, God forbid. And we're in hurricane season. So if we have a torrential downpour or wind or whatever, 40 miles or up starts causing roof damage sometimes. So if you see any brown spots on the roof, never, ever call the insurance company. You call Welton Rayom first. They send their adjusters over. Then they call the insurance company on your behalf. You never have to deal with the insurance company. All you're going to do is pick up a check at the office. It's a beautiful thing. If you have any brown spots on your roof right now, call Welton Rayom. Maybe they can get you a new roof, man. So you're better prepared for any storm part of the season. Hurricane, tropical storm, or just a torrential downpour that can cause all kinds of problems for us. Welt and Rayom. All right. What else do we have going on in we got our inactives, which is good news. Let me check the chat board here, what we got going on in the chat board. On week 1, Stephen Harris, rise and shine. I see number 1. Jeff in Long Island. Jamie Zorriad in San Jose. Excited and nervous. That's all of us. Every one of us are excited because we love our Dolphins, but we're nervous because they put us through the ringer. By the way, nice job by Inter Miami. They wish the Dolphins well. I just retweeted it and said, just don't spit on anyone. Just saying. It's all right that Inter Miami wishes people well, but let's not follow their examples here. Oscar Rojas is in the house. Jay Gelfin, he's looking for a Jay Gelfin wants a victory cigar for the Fort Lauderdale United because last night, baby, they got it done against Spokane on the road. 1-0. Sean Stanley, give it to him. Yeah. And by the way, my weekend has been phenomenal. Okay. Like the Dolphins can't really ruin it even with a loss. They can only make it that much better. And, they'll put a little, damper on it. But Friday, I went and saw Howard Jones and Haircut 100 at the Parker. And by the way, Haircut 100 was exceptional. And Howard Jones was awesome. Videos also at Big O Show and on our Instagram at Big O Radio Show. You can find those. Some of them you'll find more on X or Twitter, whatever the hell you want to call it. And I put some also on they're also on what's that called, Blue Sky, and on Threads also. I'm on all of those, so I put them all there. But I saw both bands on Friday, and then last night I got to see Jared James and Michael Schenker, and that was, I mean, I've had a really great weekend. So I really need the Dolphins to kind of finish it off. They can't ruin the weekend, but they can make it just a little bit better, man, because it's been a phenomenal weekend. Big Johnson, welcome aboard. Luis Medina, down 110 pounds. Nice job by you, sir. Keep it going. Josh, way to go. Jay Pagan, Kosa, Stoney Stanley, Stephen Harris. Let's see. Cosa Nostra. Let's see. What else do we have? Yeah, the Gators. Yeah, baby. Yeah, Gators sucking yesterday. South Florida. And Miami will take care of South Florida this week. Cam Brown, Lisa Rose, Dolphin, Almighty Devin, Brooklyn Rob. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you for the love. Brooklyn Rob, appreciate you. Dolphin, Dennis Akers. Jafrod is ready for the game. Man of 1,005 holds. Haven't seen that in a while here. Let's see. Murfin, is there somewhere I could bet on the first play being a false start or legal procedure? Mr. Finn, bro, come on. So it would be a good bet. But the problem is with that bet, the odds are going to be like negative 87,000. So you're going to have to bet 87,000 just to win $100. That's the thing, because if I'm putting those odds out there, I'm putting like you're not going to get good odds. That would be, it's actually, it won't be a good bet, because it's just what happens if by a miracle he gets the playoff without a penalty. And, so yeah, minus 87,000 are not good odds. Just not. Raging in. Oh, you're more optimistic about the Fins this year than I am. I can see them winning more than 4 to 6 games. I have them 7-10 this year. Yeah, I probably it's only because the talent will carry the coach, like both Flo and McDaniel. I think they give you more than enough talent to be at 500. The problem is, are you better than that to start getting more? And that's where these two have failed, that they can't really maximize it. You might be right. I hope we're all wrong, bro. I hope we're all wrong. But yeah, I'm scared of this season. I gotta admit, this is not a season where I'm going in with much confidence, overall. I see True Fin Fan in the house. Arizona Fanatic. Don't forget, folks, Caneswear. You can get hats, and you can get 10% off by using our code BIGO10. So make sure you visit our friends at Caneswear, caneswear.com, Or if you go in person, they've got Dolphin gear. They got anything and everything with a Canes logo on it. Inter Miami. I mean, really, really within spitting distance of everything is there for Inter Miami. I don't know if they have any bibs, Inter Miami bibs, but if they do, it's good because it's kind of a spitting like atmosphere. They've got Florida Panthers championship gear. They've got Miami Marlins minor league gear, all of that. By the way, what happened to all those enthusiastic Marlins fans when they got on the bandwagon for a month and a half? What happened to those people? Man, I thought they had like a real fan base, like people actually cared about them. Anyway, Gus 1388 is in the house. Dolphin Dave, the Dolphins must stop the run and run the ball. If they do, yes, that would be nice. Would be nice. Art of the Sport in. Oh, Tyreek going to go wild today, and Tua will have 3 TDs. I hope so, dude. I hope so. I hope so. Horn Dog in. Give Tua 3 seconds, and we'll be fine. And get a running game. Joseph. Let's see. James Vivinetti, I see. Noel Doubt. Loving his Knowles. Chuck Cooper. I've got brown spots in my drawers thinking about this Dolphins team. Can Welton Rayom help you? Well, you know, if there's spots on your roof, yeah, they can help you. They can help you. George Gutierrez. Miles Witherspoon. Let's see. What else? Sway 88. Another bet would be Julian Hill holding anytime. Yes. Basketball Jones. Carl Kresmer. Thank you guys out there for making me laugh. That's good. D-Talk. Thank you, sir. You have a great day also. True Fin Fan. Be alert for Frankie. Frankie's nowhere to be found. The Gators lost, dude. He's nowhere to be found. He's going to be – he might be watching, but he's just not going to chime in right now. You know what I'm saying? That he's going to wait till, like, next week and pray that we lose to South Florida because that's, like, the only way he can salvage the whole thing, you know? The poor Gators. They lost to South Florida, dude. Damn. And South Florida is not terrible, okay? But Jesus, you got to beat them, you know? Lobo says the way I see at this point, we're undefeated. LOL. Let's go Fins. That is true. We are undefeated. Cam goes, I was one of them, Big O. I thought Marlins were making wild card. They're not making anything, dude. They don't spend money. And anytime a player like starts to play well, they're going to trade them. They're going to move them. Nothing's changed here, dude. These people don't spend money. If you don't spend money in baseball, it's hard. You know what I mean? I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to continue to draft and then trade and get more picks. And then what they want to do is accumulate players in their first 6 years and hope like the Kansas City Royals did back in 2016, I believe. And then the Marlins did in 2003. Where it was so many young guys that they all came together at one moment and they had a hot season, and all you need to do is sprinkle in a veteran or two and you just ate and you hope that you know, but it happened twice already in this century. I don't know how many more times that's going to happen. And we were one of them. We were one of the beneficiaries, and that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to capture, you know, lightning in a bottle. That's how they're managing their team. They're not going to spend money. They're not going to spend on a core. They're not going to keep any stars. They're not going to do any of that kind of shit. Anytime somebody plays well, they'll trade them. And then they'll keep amassing young guys. And then they hope that 1 year they get lucky and they hit the lottery and they hit, you know, the Powerball of baseball. So that's what's going on. And the faster you are at understanding the financing and what they're trying to do, then you can be a better fan, like saying, all right, dude, if you ever get to the playoffs, I'll meet you. I'll meet you, as Blondie would say. All right. But for now, you don't even exist. You know, why am I going to waste time? You don't spend any money. I'm not going to spend any money. But that's all right. I people, you know, they get suckered easy. The public gets suckered easy a lot. Let's see. Jonathan Moore says, looking forward to seeing the D-line and PR. You never know, Big O. We shall see. Jake from Palatown, in all honesty, though, Tyreek averages 115 yards over the past 8 years on openers. I think 70-plus yards should be a good bet. I mean, all that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? And the whole Tyreek stuff and, everybody will continue to visit the silliness and all that. Look, man, Tyreek is a con man, has been a con man, will always be a con man, and it doesn't matter if it's his relationships or if it's football. And right now, the con is him and his agent sat down and they said, yo, we've got to play smart here. You got no more guarantees after this year. You need to be at your best behavior. This way you can get a team next year, or if this team is struggling, they're going to trade you at the deadline. And nobody's going to want you if you're causing problems for the Dolphins. And this is why you've gotten this Tyreek here that is trying to do the right thing in the final year of his existence. This is no different than a young, lazy player that waits to the 4th or 5th year of his contract to actually perform, because then they're going to get the new contract that they're looking for. There's no difference here. Don't be fooled by the con. The con is going on right now. And the question is he smart enough to actually maintain the con all year long? And we don't know that because he's never been able to maintain the con all year long. He will break it at one point. If it's not at a fishing pier, it's breaking an IG's leg. If it's not, it's speeding before right in front in a game at 60 miles an hour and then getting arrested for doing stupid shit. Okay? This guy, or quitting on your team at the end of the season. We haven't seen any adversity yet. He cannot handle adversity. He's not good with adversity. When adversity hits, he points fingers everywhere else. That's been his MO. So don't fall for the con. He's just a guy that is trying to survive now, knowing he's got alimony payments and child support payments for all kinds of baby mamas, and his guarantee money ends this year. That's what we're playing in. The faster all of you come to the reality that we're not playing some kind of psychological bullshit game, that all of a sudden he's grown up. It's too late for him to grow up. He is what he is. He's not changing. So we will see what his relationship really is with the team, with Tua, with the fans and all that when adversity hits. This is the NFL, baby. This is the NFL. And in the NFL, we have adversity. And it happens in bunches. It happens in games. It happens for weeks. And it'll happen for a month or two. Can he handle it? Will he quit? Will he blow up? Will he do something stupid? These are the things that you and I cannot answer. But we can't guarantee it either. So we'll find out. So that's why all this bullshit and the media playing this, oh, how is your relationship? And everybody knows deep down inside what the real game is, but nobody's going to. I'm the only one that's going to tell you what I just told you. Nobody else is going to tell you. Everybody else has to call Drew Rosenhaus. So they, So they're worried about pissing off the agent. I don't care. I don't make a living off the agent. Don't make a living off the agent. I don't make a living off the team. So I'll tell you exactly what's going on. I don't care. That's why when Inter Miami tweets well wishes to the Dolphins, I'll retweet Inter Miami's tweet and say, yeah, as long as you don't spit on them. I don't care. I'm not wrong here. They're wrong. Inter Miami deserves to be extremely embarrassed, bro. They still have done nothing. So let's just call it like we see it, like we do on the show. We'll stay that way. Those of you can handle it, you can handle it. If you can, I'm sorry. But don't fall for the con. Don't fall for the con. That's all this is by Tyreek. It's a con. All right, let's get to our 3A graphics sports calendar here at the top of the hour. We found out already our inactives. Sean, please grab that list of inactives. Dolphins are underdogs by 1 point. The over and under is 46.5. The Fins minus 105. The Colts minus 115. Last night, Chargers defeated the Chiefs 27-21. I'm sorry, Friday night. They defeated them 27-21. Hurricanes defeated Bethune-Cookman yesterday 45-3, improved to 2-0. CJ Daniels, dude. That dude's the real deal, man. Fort Lauderdale United. Yeah, baby. They defeat Spokane 1-0. They take on the Dallas Trinity this Saturday at Beyond Bankcard Field. Penn State, they blank FIU 34-0. South Florida beats number 13 Florida 18-16 as the Gators lose. FAU pounds Florida A&M 56-14, and FSU all over Eastern Tennessee. Is it? No. Yeah, Eastern Tennessee A&M, right? Or no, East Texas A&M. I'm sorry. I can't even understand my chicken scratch. 77-3. FSU is 2-0. By the way, Xavier Worthy in that Chef's game, he suffered a dislocated shoulder. The 42-pound wide receiver collided with Travis Kelce on a crossing route. And unfortunately, he suffered a dislocated shoulder. Kids, when you weigh 42 pounds, it's dangerous to play in the NFL. That is your 3A graphics sports calendar. Sean, what are the Dolphins inactives today, please?
Running back Jalen Wright. Quinn Ewers is the emergency quarterback. Cornerback Ethan Bonner. Tackle Kendall Lamb. Tight end Darren Waller. Wide receiver Taj Washington. And defensive tackle Zeke Biggers. Those are your inactives.
There you go. Thank you, sir. Solo D. Always entertaining and always performing his craft, which he is a craftsman. And you got to give him tons of credit. And he is ready to open the Dolphin season.
Yeah. So long. 2025, we still out. Y'all know how we doing. Miami Sports Music. Yeah. Know the team that don't rep. Them Dolphins. They saying that we falling up, but they know they don't rep. Regardless. 15 seasons and I've been making these hits and no rep. The hardest. Been 53 years since 72 in the records. Still flawless. We rap them dumb. Another year I'm still throwing these colors on. I'm you commentators, calling them haters. Rapping my team like it's nothing wrong. I love all the players, they all in my face. I'm hoping we bring that Lombardi home. Been waiting for ages, can't wait to make it. That 305 what I call my home. I'm taking our ways, just taking your ways. That on them Dolphins go ass trick. We hit Indianapolis just to go slap a bitch. Don't speak on nothing that's past tense. Just check out the future, the winners and losers. I promise you won't catch us lacking. We handling business like admin. This shit for the money, let's cash in. Collecting deposits and back ends. Know the team that don't rep them Dolphins. They saying that we falling up, but they know they don't rep. Regardless, 15 seasons and I've been making these hits and I'm rep. The hardest. Been 53 years since 72 in the records. Still flawless. We rep them Dolphins. Know the team that don't rep them Dolphins. They saying that we falling up, but they know they don't rep. Regardless, 15 seasons and I've been making these hits and I'm rep. The hardest. Been 53 years since 72 in the records. Still flawless. We rep them Dolphins. So low, so low, so low, D. So low, so low, so low, D. DWA. Shout out Big E, man. We praying for you. Let's go. Let's go.
Great job as always, right? I mean, fantastic. Awesome, awesome, awesome. He always does an excellent freaking job, dude. Great job, Solo D. Great job. And yes, Big E, we are definitely with you, man. Definitely with you. You're going to pull through, my brother. You are definitely going to pull through. Yeah, going to Indianapolis to slap a bitch. Yes, exactly. Yes. Yes. Speaking of slapping around, I can't wait to watch Waddle or X slap X around. I'm sorry, Waddle or Tyreek slap X around. That I'm looking forward to. X was done 2 years ago. He was toast 2 years ago. The fact that he's that part there, whew. That to me, that I'm looking forward to that. Actually, that should be a lot of fun because I think X is going to get toasted and roasted today. As long as they give Tua some time, I think it should be all right. It's interesting to see what some of those storylines. We know what the front seven's got to do. We know the offensive line has got to do all of that, and then we've got the X storyline here. You know, and by the way, it's the X storyline, our tight ends, because Julian Hill and Tanner Connor are guys you got to count on now. That's crazy. Okay. And Jeff Wilson got elevated too. So you've got a new kicker in Riley Patterson, who's going to be your kicker for the next 3 weeks. You've got Jeff Wilson. Now, at least he knows the offense. But the question is for some of you out there, right? We all really like Ollie. And to see Jeff Wilson get activated, and because Jeff Wilson knows the offense and you're comfortable, do you rely more on the veteran instead of the rookie in a situation like this in game one where you don't know how he's going to respond? Kind of interesting, you know, but it's crazy, man, to think about what's going on with the Dolphins. Some of the storylines going into this game. Dolphin Dave says, for the life of me, why is Darren Waller on the team along with Julian Hill? The Julian Hill one is not costing you any money. It's costing you other things on the field at times. Man, I see the physical talent and the ability for Julian Hill. It's there. But I get the frustrations, and anybody that doesn't want him on the team or surprised like you, I can't argue with that. But I will say you can tell the kid is physically, he has the skill set to be in the NFL. There's no doubt about that. Let's see. Said he didn't like it. It's over. I can turn the volume up again. Ragin says, which is worse scenario? McD figuring it out and having a good season, but losing Weaver at the end of the year, or getting fired, but having Weaver promoting to head coach. Ragin, see, here's where I'm torn, dude. What am I going to do? Root against the Dolphins so they can hire Weaver? I can't do that either. So if somehow or another McDaniel figures it out, which I don't think is going to happen, okay? As I've told you, I think he's fired by week 10, and I think Weaver takes over. But that's just me. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. But I can't sit here and root for that to happen right now. I just can't. It's not in me. I betted on the stupid team already twice today. Not today, but I mean earlier. I bet it. I took the points and I bet the money line. What can I tell you? So I'm rooting for McDaniel's existence. So what are you doing, Raging? Are you sitting there rooting for the Dolphins to lose today because you want McDaniel to get fired right away? I don't like McDaniel at all. I haven't liked McDaniel for a while. Everybody knows that. I can't do that. I can't do that. I can tell you honestly what I think about the team. And if they're going to win or lose, I'll tell you. But I cannot sit there and sit there in front of the TV at 1 o'clock and actively root against them. Can't do that. Can't do that. I just cannot. So it would be so Dolphins that, he goes out and wins 11, 12 games and gets into the playoffs, and then you lose Weaver, and then the following year he goes back to sucking again, and then you lose. Yes, that would be us. That would be us. I can't argue with that one. That would be us. That would be so Dolphins. But I just can't sit there and root against the Dolphins. I can't do that. Can't do that. That's just not in me, man. Andrew Pereira, another opening day. Aloha from Honolulu. Aloha, sir. I hope they give 2 or 3 seconds. Yes, the Daniels activation is very, very important. Let's just hope he's healthy enough to play well. What's it called? I think all 3 backs will get conservative numbers of appearances. They're going to worry about the Achane injury. The rookie needs to get his feet wet, and Wilson is decent. Depends on who's hot. Yeah, you're trying to make sense. McDaniel doesn't really make sense. He looks like he smokes it, but make it no. I don't think he makes a lot of sense. Big O, the Dolphins never fired their head coach during the season, so I think he finishes it out. That's why my prediction is even juicier this year. You're right. They never fire within the season. Until now. What else? What else do we have here? Them Dolphins winning today. Can we get a different season for once? Paul in Connecticut. Ohio State pitched a 70-0 shutout against the nobody. Yes, they did. That's what you're supposed to do against the nobody. Chuck Cooper says, we know McDunce will screw up the challenges, and getting the right personnel on the field, those are givens. Well, unfortunately, you know what it sucks? Is that you have to feel that way. That's the part that sucks. By the way, don't forget to smash the hell out of the like button. More than 2.5 the people watching have not smashed the like button. Okay, and you can make a donation to the show, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo. You can make a Bitcoin or Ethereum, Chainlink, or Solana donation on Venmo. And we appreciate it because we get 100% of the donation there. Yuri Cristofanti, thank you for the love on Venmo, sir. Appreciate you, my man. And Ray, thank you, sir. R&M Contractors, thank you for the support as always. He says, happy crypto and football Sunday. I love my Dolphins, but I just hope McD can call a good game today. Amen to that, dude. Amen to that. And by the way, if you all need some help around your home or your condo, please call our friends at R&M Contractors. They will take care of you at 305-345-3649. Complete remodel, kitchen upgrades, waterproofing the terrace, the balcony, flood test reports, bathroom upgrades, floor restoration. Check out their work, which is amazing, at RMC Fisher Island. That's RMC Fisher Island for RM Contractors. And tell them that Big O sent you, by the way. Appreciate it as always. On Cash App, George Gutierrez. Thank you, sir, for the love on Cash App. I appreciate you. He says a happy game day. Let's hope so. Let's hope we have a happy game day, my friend. We definitely need Dolphin fans deserve a happy game day. You know what I'm saying? They deserve it in a big time way. And let's hope that we could get a happy game day. It would be nice. And thank you all out there for supporting the show. Hit the like button or making a donation. We appreciate it as always. My brother is in Miami for his honeymoon today, off a cruise. Where do I tell him to go to dinner, Big O? Oh, is he Miami? You said Miami. When you say Miami, he is in the Miami port or he's in the Fort Lauderdale port? And sometimes people just say Miami for South Florida, and he could be in the Fort Lauderdale port. So that's like, I'm not sure. You know what I'm saying? God, I'm trying to think of somewhere. I'm Miami. What do I suggest? I don't know. Do I suggest something Italian? Do I suggest something like a steak? I don't know. What the hell do I suggest? Big O, you sleeping well? You look exhausted. Yeah. I've had 2 straight concert nights. Friday and Saturday night. And so, yeah. I don't sleep well anyways, normally. I'm kind of an insomniac as it is. I've never slept well. For years, dude. For years and years and years, I've never slept well. That's kind of been a thing for me, unfortunately. But what can I do? I is what I is, cuz. So I can't do anything about it. Big O, huge week 1 matchups. Who do you have winning today? Oh, I haven't even looked over the list. I was talking about the Chiefs -3. That didn't work out. I talked about Denver -7.5 against Tennessee. Houston taking the 3 from the Rams. And the Bills +1 against Baltimore. Now, I don't know if those lines have changed from when I talked about them. Because maybe that might entice me even more. Let's see. Because those are the ones that I liked out of the list. Let me see where the Tennessee Denver one is. It is still it's 8.5 now. Denver. Ooh, it was 7.5 when I saw it earlier in the week. 8.5 gets a little funky now. I don't know about that one now. I would have gone for it at 7.5, but at 8.5, I don't think I'm touching it. And then the Houston and the Rams is still Rams -3. I like Houston +3 in this one. Left tackle and the quarterback have kind of been iffy going into the season. They might be a little banged up. And then Buffalo and Baltimore still the same. Baltimore is -1. I'm taking the Bills at home +1 in that game. Actually, you know what? I actually like the money line -105 for the Bills. I think the Bills win that game. So, I mean, if you're going to take the Bills +1, might as well take the money line too. What the hell's the difference? Planta is permanently closed. Too bad. Exquisite food. Big Cheese or Flanagan's. Let's see. Big O, the Miami Dolphins need to run the ball with a chance to set up the play action. If Miami wins the opening coin toss, do you think they should receive? Yes, I think they should, actually. Yes, they should receive. Yes, definitely. Definitely. I like that. Trying to give you a restaurant to go to that, like, they're in Miami for sure. Damn. I don't know. I don't know what to suggest, to be quite honest. I'm really kind of drawing a bit of a blank right now to like what exactly to suggest to you guys out there. Maybe somebody else can mention some names there, and I'll a restaurant, by the way, like, you know, some that you'll enjoy. There's There's a decent Italian restaurant right, since it's at the port. It's close to Brickell, right by there. It's called Tutu Pasta, right off of Coral Way and Brickell. Tutu Pasta. That's a nice little place. It's close to the port. Trying to think of something right there in the downtown, in the Brickell area, something like that. So Tutu Pasta would be one that I would suggest close by there. Okay. All right, what else do I have here going on? What else did I want to talk about? All right, we got Riley Patterson. We really don't know what to expect. Let's hope that the kid is ready to perform. We talked about X-Man. Oh, Devon Achane. Okay, one of the things that I was freaking out on last year, the last 6 weeks of the season, was the overuse of Devon Achane. And you saw him get banged up in training camp because this dude was using him in short yardage situations. And I got to tell you something. I'm not going to agree with Tyreek Hill on many things, but God bless him when he said, "Yo, man, you're not a short yardage back," which is 1,000% true. Achane is not a short yardage back, and I don't want to see him in those situations. He's a speed back. He's a guy in the open field. I don't want him running in between tackles on 3rd and 2 and 4th and 1, trying to power it in there. That's just asking for injury. His body is not built for that. These are decisions that you've got to stay away from. So you've got Ollie, you've got Jeff Wilson, you've got a fullback in Ingold. So if you need to power through on 1 yard or 2, please use somebody that is physically more built for the situation, please. I want Achane to last the whole season. He's a super dynamic player, dude. He is awesome. But he will not be awesome for you on the long term if you're pounding the crap out of it. So I just hope that, they're smart with him this year, because he wasn't smart last year. Garcia's on the Miami River, by the way, is a good suggestion. Good seafood. Good place. I like that. It's close by. You're right on the port. You could take an Uber right there within minutes. So that's actually a really, really good one. That's a nice suggestion there. So you got a seafood, you got a pasta. If somebody's got a steak place right around there that they can suggest, I might be able to I love Cerrusi's, but we're not going to send the guy far away on an Uber all the way to Cerrusi's. I love Sports Grill or Flanagan's or something like that, but we're not going to send them that far away. So it's close by. We want to send them. We want to take care of them where they're, right by the port. What else do we have on the chat board here? Jeff says, my picks are Dolphins, Bengals, Steelers, and 49ers. Hooters, bro. Just go to Hooters. I love it. Would you rather have Achane with 150 APY for 8 games or 100 APY for 17 games? I want him healthy. That's what I want. I want you to balance it. I want you to find somebody else. You got to be able. If you have an offensive line, you could run with more than Achane. That's what I want. It's not a matter of his usage or how much he touches it, or you just don't know in a game. You can't control that. But what you can control is overusage and situational football. There are some things he's not built for. And short yardage is not the wear and tear he needs. Just doesn't need it. He's tough enough and crazy enough that he's going to do it and think that he can do it, but all you're going to do is shorten his career. Now, how does that make any sense? So don't play the stat bullshit with APY. When you're in the middle of situational football, you can't think of stuff like that. You have to play the game the right way. And the right way is not overusing HN, and especially on short yardage situations. That's just absolutely stupid. I mean, really stupid. Catastrophically stupid to use HN in short yardage situations. By the way, today is day number 18,864 since the Miami Dolphins lifted the Vince Lombardi trophy. Okay? So we're going to get to 19,000 for sure because they can't win it before that. Question is, will we win the championship this year at the early part of 19,000, or we will continue to stack days? We will find out. Today is also Zach Sealer's birthday. Maybe he'll bring the edge, the cutter's edge. Maybe at the end of this game, he'll be the cutter's edge pro difference maker of the game. I know William Quigley is that here in South Florida with like his 70 trucks dominating in Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach counties. Yes, sir, Sean.
Just wanted to say the Dolphins circled, made a huddle, and there's one player firing up the teammates.
Tua.
Tyreek Hill.
Whoa! Is he throwing dollar bills? Okay.
I think he said he's going to snap legs if they don't get it.
By the way, I'd be remiss if I didn't say congratulations to Mickey Arison from the Miami Heat. I know it's a Dolphins pregame show and all that, but you know we're still a local. We're still all local, you know. And so just want to mention. I know I'll talk about it tomorrow on the show, but you know, what can I tell you? It is what it is. But I gotta at least mention it here. Congratulations to Mickey. Well deserved. First freaking call that guy made was Pat Riley. You should have gotten into the hall right there the second you made the call to Pat Riley, because look what ended up happening. You know what I'm saying? So pretty freaking good. Nice move by Mickey and well-deserved honor. We'll see if Nick Arison can maintain what Mickey was able to do. That'll be the challenge for the Sun now, moving forward. But congratulations to Mickey Arison. Well-deserved honor getting into the Basketball Hall of Fame. He put the Miami Heat on the map, and he made the Miami Heat one of the relevant organizations in the NBA, one of the exceptional organizations in the NBA. So pretty damn good. And for a quarter century, the best franchise in this town. You know, the Panthers now own that right now because they are doing things better than everybody else. And I mean, the results prove it. But for 25 years, he had them on top, dude. Just like Joe Robbie had his team on top, we got to give Mickey Arison his love too. For a quarter century, he had his team on top. So congratulations to Mickey Arison. Let's give him a victory cigar. All right. With that, we wrap up our pregame show. We'll be back, I'm praying, with a very happy postgame show. Okay? Because, one, I'd like to win my bets. That'll be an extra Bitcoin I can get from those bets. You know, that'll be cool. Appreciate all of you out there. As always, hit the like button before you go. Go enjoy the game. Come back. Chris Perkins, David Furones will join us fresh from the locker rooms in the postgame show. We shall see you after a Dolphins win. Same time, same place, same bat channel.
You've been listening to our Dolphins pregame show with Big O. The broadcast is brought to you by Welton Rayome. Acura of Pembroke Pines, Hialeah Park Casino, RM Contractors, Toyota of Hollywood, Caneswear, Sloman's Home Security, BigCheeseMiami.com, EJD Construction. The broadcast is mastered by executive producer Sean Stanley. Thank you for supporting the platform and our fantastic sponsors. Go Fins!